Yeah, the software tells me I am live. I hope I am. As usual, it's hard to tell. So give me a quick message if I'm really live and you get good audio, good video quality, all the things. If you have issues with video quality, just refreshing the page might help. Okay, I hope I'm live. Give me a message. Yes, thanks. You are live. I'm reading that in the chat. I do check the chat and will answer questions, of course, or requests. Within reason, I'm trying to play a couple of games, trying to score better than last week. It was really bad last week. Trying to be a bit more successful. Yeah, I apologize in my announcement on my channel. I did not take into account the daylight savings time. I tend to forget that every year, simply because I think it should be abolished, but whatever. I'm going to start now, some 5-minute chess. I have not played a single game of chess today, and I'm starting against Goldmund. Okay, Mr. Rustimov, strong player. He's playing the Dutch, so playing it's an offbeat sideline. I don't really know bishop h4, g5 so well. I'm trying to play just bishop f4, telling him that h6 is not great, which is probably not true. Okay, but let's see. I just play normal developing moves and hope that I'm okay. Yeah, if you watched last week, and I wrecked my rating last week, but I got back to something better. I had some good games during the last week. Yeah, people saying they got lag. It's probably an idea to refresh the page. Okay, yeah, he's spending quite a lot of time here on knight moves. Okay. Maybe here for g4. Okay, I get some question. Am I familiar with the content of the St. Louis Chess Club? Of course. Yeah, that's a very nice YouTube channel. The videos are almost all great. The only one to stay away from is Mike Kummer. This is really terrible. But Yasser Saravan's stuff is obviously great, or there's other good things. I don't have a dog. I sometimes refer to, if I had a dog, he would find the line that I'm missing, so I don't have one. Okay, going to try to harass him on c7 here. Cannot resist. Yeah, I'm sorry for bashing my Kummer, but this is what he's doing there is really a disgrace. Sorry. He's just giving out wrong information all of the time, and I really hate that. I mean, it's really unspeakable. You cannot just tell nonsense all of the time, and he does. Okay, so black went king to d8. This looks kind of wrong, but it's not easy to exploit. If I take e6, yeah, maybe I should castle long. At least that's opposite the black king, but it's not that I can so easily exploit his wacky king position here. I really don't see how. Knight b3, yeah, probably. The central position is totally closed. Fine gold is really entertaining. Yeah, sometimes he is. Yeah, I think sometimes he overdoes it a little bit, but it is yeah, it is usually funny. An example for wrong information by Mike Kummer. Yeah, he says that the Queen's Gambit declined exchange variation is a mistake for white, which is kind of a joke. Yeah, I'm trying to get the knight to d4. I'm not so sure if this is so helpful. He has f4, but It shouldn't be a bad place for the knight. And I could have taken b7, by the way. I should have done that, I guess. Why didn't I consider this move? Okay, I'm going to just complete development now. Oh, he's totally closing up things. That's kind of surprising. I'm going for bishop d1, queen a3, bishop a4. I want the light squared bishop straighted. Maybe he's going to play b5. That's possible. Hey, he might play b5 then, but it's still not a bad idea. Maybe I should have gone to b4 actually. Bishop a4 is the idea. No, I won't challenge multicast. It's I mean, it's not a I don't do challenge games anyway. I only do the pool games, and I'm just not highly enough rated to play against him. Maybe I should play some bullet to play multicast, but he will destroy me. Pretty sure about that. He is a very strong player. I want to trade the light squared bishops here, because without light squared bishops, my knight will invade on e6 or c6. And now I'm covering the c pawn, and maybe I can get in c5 later. King b1 also, rook c1, c5 would be nice. It's not a bad position for me. I was very surprised that he played g4 and he shut down the king side. I was really positively surprised about that. King f7. I can go to e6. It's an interesting knight e6 maybe. I'm not sure what this actually nets me. b4 is the move. Maybe c5. Not sure really. It's difficult. Complicated situation here. Yeah, he's trying to run away. Run away. Okay. Okay, let's shut this down, and then trying to claim that his bishop is badly placed, which is probably true. I can get to f4. It's not helping me that much. And I can take b5. No, I can actually. I wonder if I should take there. I don't think there's a reason not to, but it looks a bit scary. Okay, he went back, simply. I'm also going back, and then going to e6 maybe. Bishop f7, huh? Yeah, the bishop on g7 is still a bit irritating. I guess I'm going to regroup this. Queen to c3, and then doubling on the h-file. I like this idea. I'm pretty safe here, I believe. Don't see much counterplay happening. I'm going to double against the h5 pawn. Are we here? Maybe it's too slow what I'm doing. That's really possible. Rook b8, I just go b3. I wanted knight e2 to f4, but he's of course pinning my stuff here. b4, is this an idea? Yes, yeah, it doesn't really matter that much. I have rook a1. Not easy here. I would really like the knight on f4, but I'm totally pinned. I think I have to reroute this here. F4 is a move here, maybe F4. I'm going back. And then think about knight A7 and stuff like that. Rook A7 here. That looks good. And okay. Okay, it's trying to muddy the waters here. Maybe this one. Huh? Here, it's a check on E3. Okay, so knight E3 to F4. I have to speed up. I'm just too slow here. I blundered D5. Not good. Not good at all. And I was thinking that this is actually a check. No, it's a check. No. Come on. That was bad. I totally had him. I totally had him here. Oops. Even right before the end, it was a complete win for white, of course. Even around here, it was tricky as always. I just didn't speed up at all. That was my problem. I have to really speed up. At one point, I recognized how much I was behind on the clock. Okay, next game against Alexa here from Israel. Need to be quicker. Let's see. I did not see the King's Gambit game from Ivanchuk. Yeah, he sometimes plays this opening. It's still not to be recommended, but he still plays it sometimes. Okay, we got the IQP position here, the IQP line of this opening here, the Rubinstein. And yeah, black is usually fine here. I'm going for bishop f8 to g7, regrouping. It's an interesting line also for white, leads to complex play, but I think that black is really very adequately placed here. Yeah, I missed several questions. My multitasking abilities are limited. Okay, I can go e5, I think. e5 takes, knight e5, rook d8, knight takes f3. So let's do that. I don't watch Game of Thrones. I simply cannot watch that because there are so many characters in there, I lose track. I simply cannot keep track of all the people in this show. Yeah, I do give lessons on the ISSC or other platforms. Yeah, you can send me messages and ask me stuff, of course. Within reason, I will answer. If it takes like hours, it is not so easy to do. But I would help with simple questions, of course. Yeah, bishop a4. Yeah, I think my opponent, he wants to trade the light squared bishops. It seems. Oh, that's an interesting tactical move. But I don't mind f6 really. I really don't mind that. Bishop f6, rook f8 is not on. And I have a good structure now. The d pawn is not very dangerous, I think. Now, I think this is okay. I can just have a look at the c4 square. And maybe here b6. Yes, b6. And then maybe knight c4. Rook c4. It's both interesting. h5. Yeah, okay, I understand. It's not super dangerous, but it is possible. I wonder if queen f5 is a move. Probably not. H4, H5. It's a bit annoying, this move. I wonder, but Queen F5, he can take play Knight G3. Okay, going to take a bit more. Okay, King F7 is not a move that helps me that much. Not easy. Is Rook C4 possible? I'm a bit unsure here. No, I have not done Fritz Derriner DVDs for chess base. No, not yet. They actually they are pretty they don't pay very well, let's say. I didn't consider that, and okay, chess base is okay, but it's not that I love this company so much. Other questions? How do you study openings? Yeah, a good idea to study openings is pick players who know what they're doing and look at their games and just trying to figure out why they do well with their openings. And you will learn also the middle games that way. Do not just look at single moves or lines, trying to figure them or learn them by heart. That's not leading to much. But looking at the complete games is often the way to go. Okay, I'm a bit worried here about the pawn. Queen C6. Hey, he's got D7, Bishop G5 coming. That is a bit worrisome. I don't like that so much. How do I play this? Takes knight b7 looks also kind of wrong. My king position is very loose, unfortunately. It really is loose. This looks very strange. I hope I'm not blundering stuff. There's a question if I will do behind the opening series on the Benoni, Benko, Blumenfeld. Yeah, why not? Why not? Interesting openings. Very sharp openings. Yeah, f4 is a weird looking move, but it restricts the knight and the bishop, so probably it was not bad. Bishop g5 in particular was a problem. I don't know, the position I think is basically okay that I have, but I have no time. No time whatsoever. If he moves the queen back, I'm going to play rook c7. And I will definitely then, I think, win the d7 pawn. If he takes on c4, I'm going to take on d5 first and then take on c4. That might be good for me, actually, this position, unless I'm overlooking some kind of tactical resource, which always is certainly possible. I like chess base. I just the company, they do some things that I don't like so much. It's nothing special or worth telling about. I asked them once if I could use ChessBase for my videos, and they took like half a year to just answer the simple question, and it's basically just an advertisement for them. But yeah, I don't know. They simply did not react to any message that I sent to them and so on. This is kind of the typical behavior of a monopolist. And don't like that very much. Okay, he's sacrificing this piece for bishop c7 to come. Yeah, not much that I can do about that. Just hope I get the pawns at least. Bishop c7. I don't really have bishop f6. It's the only thing I can do. If I don't lose one of those pieces, I'm okay, but it's not so easy. I really badly need to get the d pawn. f4 knight e3 would be cute, but he's not falling into that. So I'm going to take this and now hope that I'm not getting completely stomped by those pawns. Not easy. I have a pretty decent piece coordination. It might be okay, this position. It might be. Both pieces control f6. That's very good. I don't know if I can play for a win here. It looks risky. Probably I cannot. Okay, he decided to end the game with a draw. Okay, I couldn't really read the recent messages. It's just that I have to play the game. What do we have? Yeah, I saw Simon Williams' Killer French DVDs. They're good entertainment and some good ideas. You can really use that as for an aggressive French repertoire. It's kind of nice. It's sometimes a bit on the dicey side what he suggests, but it's okay. It's basically okay, especially if you don't face the super strongest opponents. Some principles behind the IQP. I made a video on that, not a super deep one, but I looked at Botvinnik-Widmer, the classic IQP example actually. Okay, let's see. Okay, the King's Gambit, that's fun. I'm going to get for the Adelaide counter gambit, this crazy counter gambit. Or what are you doing? Shakil. I know I never lost a tournament game on time when I was winning. No, that never happened. I lost on time losing positions though. Like simply couldn't find a move, and then I lost on time. It happened. The Dutch Leningrad is okay. It's really okay. It's a bit risky, but it's okay. Yeah, for a light squared repertoire in the Nimzo, I recommend Nimzo Move by John Ems. This is a book from I think 2012 or 11, and most of it is still completely okay. I mean, there are simply theoretical developments, and you have to kind of check if something particularly dangerous happens to a line or so, and that's not the case. So you can use this book very nicely. In some cases, his recommendations are more aggressive than mine, simply because the light squared strategy is very often more catered towards piece play. And what is the white player doing here? Playing a correspondence game or what? That's funny. He takes longer than me. Yeah, the Nimzo move by move is a good starting point for a light squared repertoire. The classical Dutch, is it sound? Yeah, there's a book coming out by Simon Williams, of course, and interesting. Also for Everyman Chess, actually, the Killer Dutch. Play the Nimzo by Eddie Deering is quite good. I can do questions because this guy is simply not moving. This is really funny. He doesn't have any finger notes. Let's see. He's got a couple of 100 games in. Not sure what he's doing. Maybe he's drunk or something. Yeah, this book by Eddie Deering is okay. It's just a bit outdated. Yeah, so you have to recheck things if you plan to play this against really strong players. Oh, now we actually play the move. Okay, if I take on f5, is he going to crush me? Bishop f5, ed, knight e4, queen e2, queen e7. I should be okay, right? Yeah, there's one of those classic questions. Who do you think was better, Fischer or Kasparov? Yeah, always people have to be seen in the historical context. In this case, Fischer and Kasparov are not super far away from each other time-wise. Still, it's a bit of a different time. It is certainly something that is quite comparable. I don't think they would be far away from one another. And both dominated quite a lot. But what's difficult actually with Fischer is, and this is simply a case that people, or simply something that many Fischer fans would not recognize, is that Fischer, of course he was the world champion from 1972, but he actually he never played as a world champion. And he retired after this match. And he did not dominate chess for a very long time. What he did is he dominated chess for like 2 years. Which, of course, in a way that was unthinkable, yeah, like all these 6-0s and so on. But this was a very short period of time. And in comparison, of course, Kasparov dominated chess for a far longer period of time. And I think this is something that is very hard to match also in the future. I mean, he was a world champion, the best player in the world for almost 20 years. Yeah, from 1984-85 when he beat Karpov up to 2004 when he retired. I think when he retired he was still the best player probably. It was a close business with Kramnik and so on, but he was probably the best player. And this is something that is very difficult also to achieve for someone like Magnus Carlsen, simply because the opposition nowadays is tough. And I don't know if he really has the will to do this in such a long time. Okay, I'm trying to get some pressure here against White's queenside structure while chatting. I was blundering an important pawn here, unfortunately, and now I'm a pawn down for not much or nothing. trying to fight still. I'm threatening on d4. This f5 pawn is kind of a problem. It might move to f6 and give me some issues on my king, but I'm really a lot ahead on the clock. Fischer, which players do you think have the most educational value by studying their games? There's quite a lot. I think that I'm still very much in favor of studying classical games, and I think there are quite a lot of instructive games, older games. For example, I think from the very old stuff, Rubinstein is very instructive. He had tons of great games, very logical games that had a very natural flow to them. He was an especially good endgame player, really remarkably good endgame player. So I think Rubinstein is one of the most instructive players to study. Trying a funky tactic here. Oh, tactic is wrong, but a fancy move, blocking the rook here. Okay, I'm going to take here, right? Maybe here. So I caught up on material a little bit. Can I go c5? Ah, rook e7. Huh, rook e7. So nah, I have to be active here. Getting maybe counterplay a little bit with the queen. Yeah, Rubinstein is the absolute endgame, the rook endgame guru. He was a fantastic rook endgame player, really. What am I doing here? Queen g5, he can take, play rook e7. I probably am active enough there, but it looks kind of wrong. It looks kind of wrong. Yeah, I don't know. There's a question about my own games, my competitive chess plans. I really don't have many plans as a player. I'm a chess teacher, really, and I like to play decently, but I don't really have a very strong ambition to make the GM title. Really don't. It takes lots of time in terms of studying and so on, and at the moment I really focus on chess teaching. Yeah, this is a draw, of course. I'm going to offer the draw. I can win on time, of course, but I don't really do that. Okay, it wasn't really great what I did here. I probably should have done this on a win on position somehow. Yeah, Ulf Andersen is also an excellent endgame player. That's a question. Have I ever beaten a 2600 GM in a long tournament game? Yes, I did. At this time, he was at 2595 actually. Grandmaster Michal Gurovic, now from Turkey. He was a Belgian player at one point. His best rating was 2700 actually, but I had a very good day. He had a bad day. Yeah. So I won this game quite a long time ago. And well, here I'm playing Dr. Mabuse. This is actually a friend of mine. Yeah, an old teammate of mine, and he plays this kind of stuff. Yes, there is a good book about Ulf Andersen, written by a friend of mine, by International Master Kern and then FIDE Master Jürgen Kaufeld. Those are two friends of mine. It's really good stuff. Good end game, middle game, strategy kind of book. No, I've never played multicast, no. Yes, the GM title would allow me to raise my teaching fees, that's probably true. But not by much. And it's really also a matter of, I mean, it's not that I would make it, there's no guarantee that I could make it, let's say. I can try, but it's really, I really also like it far more. I mean, I just get more fun, let's say. I enjoy it far more to teach, do videos and shows like this here than playing actually. It's just, playing is a very stressful business. Yeah, it takes time and it takes energy, and it's not that I don't like to play, but it is really that I enjoy the other things more. The best player that never became world champion, relative to his time, it was Rubinstein, I think. You can also always only look at it relative to their specific time. It's and Rubinstein at like 1911, 12, he was the best player in the world. He was better than Lasker at this particular time. But there are not many cases where some other player than the world champion was the best player. In this case, it was true. Ivanchuk is certainly an excellent player, but he at no point was the best player in the world. The same is applies for, let's say, a Korchnoi or Murphy. Of course, never was an official world champion, but Murphy, of course, was by far the best player in his time. Yeah, Rubinstein never got a match. That was the problem. He didn't have any. He didn't find people who wanted to pay the match, to finance the match, and then there was World War I, and that was the end of it. I mean, the end of Rubinstein's ideas, ambitions to become the world chess champion. There is a very long question trying to, if you should play, what kind of time control should you play to try to improve? Yeah, I agree that playing much blitz is probably not helping that much. It's not bad for practicing. But I mean, rapid is okay. I understand that if you say that tournament long time control games is too long for you, but maybe then play some rapid games. It does make some sense. Okay, what am I doing here? It's not easy actually. The rook on d6 is not doing me much good. And he has f5 coming. I probably should retreat this. There's do I find studying opening book lines fun? I always enjoyed studying the openings, I have to admit. I mean, I liked it to explore ideas that led to interesting middle games, and I studied quite a lot in that regard. Not so much like sharp lines that would, I mean, ideally win me the game immediately or stuff like that. Yeah, Lasker was the world champion, of course. I mean, it was a different time. It was 27 years, and it's different than today, but it was 27 years. What can you do? Okay, this is an endgame where not much is happening. It's probably equalish. My bishop is a bit worse than his, but it's not a huge deal. I'm thinking what I can do here. I mean, if I take it, it's not helping me a lot. The line that he plays is something where I really don't have a good, really have a good recipe against that. I have to admit. I wonder if knight e2 is an idea. Knight e2 and then queen c3. I don't know. It doesn't help me very much. If I take, knight takes, he will get in e6, e5 all the time. I don't know what to do here. It's not a nice position, really. No, knight e2 is not doing me any good. I could go f4, maybe. f4. f4 he will play back, yeah? Bishop c6. f e5. Knight e4. Knight e4. a3 b4. I think I can do that. It doesn't look great, but I didn't really see a good plan. Maybe f4 is kind of weakening too much. I don't know. Nimzowitsch, My System. Yeah, it's an interesting book for historic. Oh, I simply blundered a piece here. I simply blundered a piece. Oh wow, this is why I had this idea that f4 is kind of loose. So I'm going to show you. This is how I blundered a piece. Okay. Yeah, Nimzowitsch, My System is a good book for a somewhat advanced player who can recognize what in this book is nonsense and what not, because there is quite a lot of nonsense in this book. There are many interesting points, but many things that are simply wrong. And it is something that a strong player can filter, let's say, but somewhat less experienced player cannot. So it's good for, let's say, historic purposes. Yeah, you can sort of learn a little bit how chess progressed, but many things, as mentioned, are simply not right in this book, and therefore it's a bit of a tricky business. I know that some people love it, some people hate it, and yeah, I'm kind of in between. So I was thinking that I can play knight takes e5 here. Can I not? Let's do this. Move first, think later. Maybe he can take with a knight, but it's kind of funny, at least. I don't really know what kind of book my system is. It has all kinds of stuff. I mean, if it's about yeah, Chess Strategy in Action is a good book by John Watson. Also for more advanced players, of course. Yeah, here I think knight takes e5 is his move, and then I'm not quite sure if I have enough, but I was thinking about this. f6 was my idea, and then rook e8. He does not have a check. He does not have a check, and after a knight move I have rook e8. Maybe he can take on b7. Rook b8. Funny. I don't know, I was just firing with this knight takes e5. Yeah, it's really difficult to answer all the questions, you know. I'd like to, but answering questions is difficult. You see that I'm losing all the time. I'm not focused. There's a question. I'm a King's Gambit addict and I want to take chess more seriously. What kind of opening would you recommend starting my study with e4? Yeah, if you want to... I understand that you probably don't want to play the King's Gambit anymore. If you want to avoid the King's Gambit and replace it with something else, there are many interesting openings besides the Ruy Lopez. Of course, the Ruy would be the most normal opening. But if you feel that's a little bit too boring, as you say, I don't agree really. But if you think so, then there are ideas like starting with the Italian game, and I mean play the Evans Gambit and play those sharp lines associated with the two knights defense. There are some really funny lines, and why not? This is interesting, and probably will net you some nice nice points. I'm actually in good shape here, yeah, after my wacky opening. I didn't lose material and I have a really nice position here. So where do I go? G4, right? He cannot really, or H3. I mean, he has a hard time to castle here. He can castle, but I just need to somehow deliver mate on g2, right? Do I go rook f8? How do I do that? There's also h5, h4 as a possible idea. I don't know. Doesn't look bad, right? h5, h4. I mean, the light squares are terribly weak. Yeah, Evans Gambit and Fried Liver. This is an interesting repertoire. Okay, I'm just going to push here. Oh, this is an idea. I did not really recognize it. Okay, so I'm going to... Don't want to trade queens here. He has queen f7 though. It's just a check for the moment. Okay, and now queen d3. And then he can draw by perpetual. Okay. Huh. I don't want to draw. Queen d3, he can check me here, and he can do a perpetual check. Unfortunately. Yeah. Queen f5. Queen f5. I don't really see how to avoid that. I don't see a way to avoid it. And can I not somehow keep the queens on? I don't see it. I don't see a way to keep the queens on, unfortunately. I'm still in okay shape here. It's not that I'm worse, but I mean, it looked like I'm mating him. It didn't happen. Okay, so here I can play rook f8, trade one pair of rooks. I'm trying to infiltrate here. It's not really netting me anything, I have to admit. It's just very equalish. b4, is this a move? Tja, not helping much. It's just about equal. Yeah, it's just equal. How disappointing. I mean, okay, I can try maybe a bit, but it's really just equal, objectively speaking. King d2, after that I really don't have any other move than that. Can I play for win somehow? Rook f5 back for bishop f3 or so. I don't want to draw really. Bishop here. Yeah, I wonder. I shouldn't allow him to take my stuff here. Let's see. It's a bit risky what I'm doing here. A bit, but I'm trying to play for a win here. Okay, he cannot take both pawns. b7 because of rook h1 and e3 check. He can take g7. This is possible. Okay, it's simply nothing I can do here. Should have played and shouldn't even have tried that. what I tried, just doing something normal would have been better. But I was influenced really by the beginning of this game where I was just winning, and I tried to do stuff that wasn't warranted. Should have just taken a draw here. Let's see. Yeah, there's still most endgames here would still be a draw. But I don't have any time. And I'm kind of slow. Yeah, I think it's still a draw, actually. Yeah, I simply play too slowly. What is a good ambitious recommendation for white after knight f3, knight f6, c4, e6, knight c3, bishop b4? Yeah, just queen c2, nothing special. Yeah, queen c2 is a bit better for white, nothing special going on there. Okay, that was terrible, losing that game after this position out of the opening. Here black should be very much better, but I didn't see how to do it really. Maybe I have to go somewhere else. He bent castles. I'm really curious here. So rook f8 does win with rook f3. Yeah, so maybe, I mean, h5 was okay, but it wasn't like winning. It wasn't winning. Very weird. Okay, so let's see if I can beat Bart Simpson at least. Okay. Let me see. Any questions? Now that I have time, there I don't see one. The thing is, I cannot really scroll up. I just see the last couple of sentences, and this can be tricky. The Polar Bear, yeah, that is played by Henrik Danielsen. A funny opening. Not so bad. Yeah, I'm trying for this line here against the Benoni. Let's see what black does. Yeah, bishop d7 is a mistake. But it happens quite often that people play that. It loses a piece actually, but it is it is difficult. Yeah, I considered doing an AMA, Ask Me Anything, on Reddit or similar, but did not happen yet. There might be interest in that, I recognize. So e6 or bishop d7. It's not so easy. Maybe I can also put the bishop back, or just knight f3 is also not good. Not bad. Let's do knight f3. The Vienna game as an alternative to the Spanish. I don't know. I mean, you can play all kinds of openings without being worse. And probably also the Vienna. I mean, recently there was a book published on that, but I don't really I don't have that. And I mean, people make a case for many openings, and you can try things, but doing I mean, the Rue Lopez is the most complex opening that you can play. It's a little bit more work, but long term it would pay off. Okay, so funny position with white having good central squares. And let's see if I can get some attack going. Want to get complete development first and then see what I can do. It looks very nice, but it's not so easy to get something concrete out of it. Bishop g4 might be an interesting way to play. Okay. Yeah, there's a question how to control nerves against stronger players. I don't really have a great piece of advice for that. It's I mean, it will definitely get better with experience. I really don't have any great advice for that. I know that I was terribly nervous when I played my first Grandmaster and things like that, or even back then when I played titled players for the first time. And nowadays, if I play a GM, it's like totally normal. I mean, it's still not happening that often, but I really don't treat it in any other way than a normal game. What does help sometimes if you're kind of nervous against higher rated players or so on, it helps to play them in online blitz and see that they do make mistakes, even if it's blitz, but they do make mistakes, they blunder stuff. Yeah, they make the same kind of mistakes that everybody makes, just not so often. And I think this is helping a little bit. I think I gained lots of confidence against title players by beating them on the ICC all of the time. I mean, I lose my fair share, but I beat GMs quite often. And this really helps a bit also for the longer time control games. You kind of recognize, okay, well, they're strong, but they're still human. They don't play perfectly. Okay, queen b8. He's going for b5 here. What can I do here to pester him a little bit? Maybe attack this bishop. Okay, he's counter-attacking here. Yeah, I'm not sure, my bishop there, how good this piece really was. So I'm going to trade this and now see if I can get some attack going. It's not so easy. He has counterplay. f5, he takes on e5. This is a bit annoying. Maybe this move. If he takes, I go f5. d takes e5, f5. Yeah, he made a bad decision in the opening, but after that he played well, I think. Yeah, there's a question. Someone says they're good at classical time control games, but really terrible at blitz. Is there a reason why? Hard to say. I mean, the main thing with blitz chess is it's a matter of practice, and you will eventually get better. But it's really nothing. I mean, it's your decision if you want to invest time on improving your blitz skill or not. Ultimately, probably the classical time control is the one that matters most, and I don't know if you really want to invest time there to improve your blitz. It will definitely help. It will definitely improve over time if you just play a little bit. No, I never met John Bartholomew. Finns or John Bartholomew I never met. We talked on Skype, of course. King's Crusher, Tryphon Gabriel, I met in person in London when I visited the candidates tournament. And Chess Network, no, we don't even communicate. He's typically not even responding to messages, so it's a bit difficult. His normal reaction to writing him is nothing, so I don't really mind that. Okay, let's see what happens here. He surprisingly allowed me to e6. Don't really know why, but this looks nice now. I like my position quite a lot. How do I do that? Maybe just attack the d-pawn. And I'm going to block this now so that I keep e6. The good thing is that as long as I keep everything together here, he has a very hard time to ever activate his bishop. And I want to try to use the a file now. Yeah, here we go. To the a file, rook a6 coming. Yep. Yeah, my knight here on d3. Can I do something with it? I mean, what I can do is actually I can take here and take on d4, right? Any problem with that? I don't see it. I just won a pawn. Can I win this game? This would be nice, right? I would really like to win a game once in a while. Oh, interesting. He's pinning me. The son of a gun. Wow. So knight c6, rook d1, I'm checkmated. And he wants to play what exactly? Queen e4, I can take c5. Huh. That's funny. I can play b4, b4, rook d4, rook d4, queen e4, bc5. That might be good. The pawns are pretty strong here. Don't tell me this is unclear. Bishop takes e5, right? Unbelievable. I screwed this up. I don't believe it. This is threatening checkmate. I don't even have a move here. Great. This is blundering the knight. Ah, oh my God. From that position, I really suck. This session and last week was really terrible. I really have to think about this. How do I play better? In the earlier sessions, like weeks ago, I was playing much better. Yeah, he blundered everything and then won on time. Oh, wow. I really don't know. Wow. What did I do here? I mean, am I really kind of stunned here? What did I really lose all the games? What is my history here? Let me check this. It's kind of embarrassing. I lost. I didn't win a single game, right? Wow. What am I doing here? Nah, I have to continue. Funny. Wow. Now I have to win a game here. This is kind of weird. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I was able to answer some questions in earlier sessions and not lose our games. This is kind of weird. Let's see, Yan the Man. I mean, I didn't win a single game. Really embarrassing. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to play my Bogo here, and I really want to win this game. This really sucks. So I'm going to completely focus on this game now. No questions or anything. Sorry, I really need to win now. It's just kind of this is just too bad. Okay, I think castles is right. Knight e5. Yeah. So back. This is a line that is of course featured in my book. I think a4 is good now. b4. I can take on c4, right? Why not? B takes. You're going to trap me or what? Knight takes. Take on c2. He is going to trap me. Okay. That makes a4 kind of unattractive. Okay, I'm going to just try to annoy him on the king side here. That's not clear here, this position. I can also jump into d3. That's important. And he's playing instant moves all the time. You know how I love that. And this is kind of interesting. So h3. Yeah, this is an interesting attack. Let's see what I can do here. I really want to win this now. Okay, queen h4. Let's see what we can do. This should be at least dangerous. I have knight d3 takes f2, right? Isn't this a move? I can take g4 as well. 193. Knight d3, bishop c3, knight e1, queen e1. It's not that great. Yeah, probably bishop takes. I want to keep the knight here. Okay, let's see. No, now I'm mouse slipping. Ha! I want to play queen h5, of course, not queen h7. Oh. Yeah, just queen h5, and I don't know what his reply is actually. Okay. Yeah, now he can even take on g4. Jeez. Yeah, of course. Everybody sees that now. For rook g7. Or bishop g7 for that matter. Okay, what a howler. Yeah, then I'm mouse slipping even, yeah, when it was really a nice position. It really was. If I go to here, knight g5, maybe. Rook g4 can be an answer to that. Okay, knight d4. Tja, that sucks. Yeah, queen h7. What a mouse slip, yeah. After queen h5, I think I'm at least somehow okay. I don't really know how good it was, but it was certainly. I mean, this is just terrible. Queen h7. What a joke. And now I'm just getting killed here. Nothing that I can do really. Yeah, knight h6. Tja, I have to resign that one as well. Okay. Phew. Let's see. Okay. What time is it? I cannot quit now. Sorry, I have to win a game here. This is really great. This is one of the worst runs I really ever had in Blitz. It's really bad. I don't know. Okay, let's see. I don't mouse slip that often, really. I mean, it's kind of okay. It's kind of okay. A French opening player to look at some instructive games. Yeah, Mikhail Gurovic and Dreyev, they are good French players. But there are more. French has some specialists. Okay, let's see if I can do something here after I lost about 100 rating points in this session. Playing against Gargantua 2182. So the King's Indian. Yeah. Okay, I'm playing a principled line, not some exchange stuff. Let's see what he's doing with a5. And then b4. Yeah, this is one of the main lines of this opening. I don't know it so well. I only recently started to play this. And I'm always kind of making it up along as we go. Let's see. Going to try for c5. So this guy is giving away f5 because of the knight takes d5 idea. Okay, I'm going to play c5 anyway and try to be quick now. I really want to win now. I mean, I think I really had a good position in the earlier game, but it did not help very much. Okay, so let's see. Knight takes or bishop takes. I'd like to take with the knight here. He can probably win d5, but this should give me quite decent compensation if he really takes it. He doesn't. Okay, I'm going to take here first and bishop g5. Trying to keep the knight on e4. Aha, bishop f5. Can take here, right? Looking at b7. It should be slightly better for white. He has some weaknesses. The bishop on g7 is still kind of a bad piece. Yeah, there is a new French book coming out by Moskalenko. I don't know, the even more flexible French or something. He made the flexible French some years ago, and he's doing an update on that. That's going to be interesting for French defense aficionados. Okay, so what is this? He can take a3, but I have queen c7, these kind of ideas. Interesting. Queen c7, what is he doing? Rook g8 or what? It's not netting me that much. It is nice, this position. It's not bad or anything, but I don't see much here, really, after this. Maybe just f3 and trying to coordinate. Not so easy. King h1, queen takes e4, yeah? At least I saw that one. Oh, wow. What am I doing here? What am I doing here today? I saw the check, but at least I saw this one now. Rook f2 is, of course, awkward, but great. Now we can at least draw with queen e1. Queen e1, rook f1, queen e3. Yeah, I cannot go to h1. He will take e4. I have to accept the draw here. I have to accept the draw unless he tries to win, which is, I mean, not really warranted. He's not pressing the draw button. Now, maybe? Yeah, drawn by repetition. I have to play one more. I cannot go out of this without a win. Guys, what am I doing? The Scandinavian defense, the Scandinavian defense is quite playable. It's a good practical opening, but something that you also have to check. It's not that you can just play it. You have to learn a little bit there. Okay, I'm going to switch to the Sämisch, some straightforward attacking line, and hope that I do well here. Okay. So, it's kind of weird. It wants to play bishop f5, which I'm preventing. Looks nice for white, actually. We're just going here. I can go to b2. I'm not sure. Here I'm threatening c4. He might play c4 himself, which would be a pretty big mistake, but he did not do it. Okay, so I'm going to try to play e4 here as it is the standard plan in this position type. And okay, he allows me to do that. Okay, if I'm not winning that one, I will quit. I won't play. I won't play another game. Okay, so e5, rook d4 takes on f6. So after e5, he has to move the knight. Rook d4, I'm taking f6. And now, let's see, queen h5 or something else. Yeah, queen h5 looks pretty good. g6, queen h6, or to h4. This might be better, yeah? So that f5 I can easily take en passant. So the dark squares are my goal, where I want to get this guy. And if I don't win that one, it's really hopeless. So let's hope I'm going to do it. What is he doing here? Knight e3 or something? Okay, I want to. If I go knight e4, knight f5, takes. If I go rook c1, queen e6. But it is still pretty good, right? Knight c3 is not, no, he wants to actually misplace his queen. He doesn't want to defend. This is very interesting. So here I can play knight e4, right? Where is the problem? Okay. He just take this pawn. Okay. I didn't see that. Wow. Knight f6. He has knight takes f6. Oh, knight f6. I cannot play knight f6 now. So I have to go queen h6, right? For knight g5. How unnecessary was all that? He might be able to just take e5 here. He might be able to do that for queen g7. I just blundered queen d4. He can take e5 now. I don't see a great move after that, to be honest. Queen takes e5. What am I doing? For queen g7. Bishop c3 maybe. Knight c3, knight f6 wins the queen. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. But I should have had something much, much better. This was completely not necessary to give up this pawn on d4. Absolutely not. After 80 minutes almost in the stream, I'm struggling for my first win. Maybe you should play this, should do this at some other time of day. It feels like I don't do well at this time. I don't know what this is, because I really played much better in earlier streams. So knight f6, and I'm winning the queen, but it's not a clear business at all, because he got all kinds of material here. Yeah, so how do I get there? To h4 would be good. Rook f4, h4. Yeah, he's got rook d8 and stuff. He has three pieces for the queen. Rook d1, yeah. He can play rook d1 for this counter attack. amongst others, of course. Even knight d5 might be possible. Yeah. Knight f5. I have to sacrifice the exchange then. It's really nothing else. I cannot even play rook e7 then. What is he doing for? Maybe I can trade here. Yeah, it's just not good. It's just not good. I even screwed that one up. Just great. Okay. Yeah, his pieces are very, very well here in this position. Very, very strong. This bishop on the long diagonal, and they have good secure posts. My rook cannot enter anywhere. Normally queens are pretty good in blitz chess, of course, but this is not one of those cases. Knight h4 is coming. Any way to pin him with rook d1 or something? Yeah. It's really bad, yeah. His minor pieces are just super strong. Oh, that's surprising that he allowed that one. Or am I checkmated after this? I'm just blundering stuff then. Okay, so bishop f3. Check. You get tons of checks here. Maybe the relatively best is to actually do that and get this bishop there. This might be some slight chance for a draw at least. Not huge chances, but a little bit at least. Simply because of the two knights that cannot mate, but the position is really bad enough to lose, I guess. My pieces are not coordinated here. Tja. Tja, trying to hold on, but this is just the absolutely most rotten day ever. Don't get anywhere. Not even in this game, which was really terrible for him. Tja. What can I do? I lost 120 points in this session. This is really great. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on. I'm playing one more. I'm just playing one more. And now I'm playing the Blitz King. Of all people, the Blitz King. Okay. Okay. I'm trying really hard. Let's see what can we do here. Maybe this kind of an end game, yeah. Maybe we can try for an end game. Play something solid and stuff. It's not super solid, I have to admit, but at least I'm not going to get checkmated quickly, I hope. Have to be modest in your in your ideas after this run. But I'm trying to lose material. It starts. Bishop on c7 is hard to defend. Okay, I'm trying for counter attack on the c4 pawn. Wow, what a bad run. I should never visit a casino. Why? Because I cannot quit. I actually can, but it's, yeah, I don't know. This is just terrible. I want to win a game here. I haven't won a game of chess. I haven't won a game of chess today. Not a single one. I started to play exactly with the session. I didn't play any blitz game or whatever. And I mean, all games, no win, really. I want one win at least one win out of this tons of great positions. I mean, the last one was really bad for him, and I managed to screw that one up. It wasn't easy, actually. Okay, so at least it's a pretty standard, simple looking endgame here. And the Blitz King is more of an aggressive player, so I'm kind of okay with this development. Bishop f3, this is annoying. What does he want to do here? Okay, let's trade one rook. And then try for a5. He might play bishop f3. Yeah, I see that. Does he play c5 at some point? I don't know. C5 is not a good idea. Maybe just this. He can still play this. Yeah, it's not helping very much. Okay, I'm going to offer a rook trade. He's not trading. Why? Don't know why. Why? I'm trying for knight to d6 here. Maybe he plays c5. I'm not sure about that. Don't really understand much what he's doing here. Not saying that is bad, I'm just saying I don't understand it. Okay, he went for c5, which gives me the d5 square, but puts his pawns on dark squares. This is quite okay for him, of course. Yeah, this is just quite equalish, I think. We just will trade some stuff now. And I don't know if it's much point for him now to avoid him. He does avoid the trade. It doesn't really... I don't know if it does him any good. He can play that. It's not like it's bad, but what am I doing now? It's not a bad position of this piece. I can play rook a8 for a5, of course. Just trying to activate him. He can go h4, h5, but, well, nothing special really. Okay, maybe he can go bishop here. Yeah, maybe bishop b7 for b5. So I can threaten, or let's threaten takes and rook b3 here. Maybe also b5, trapping the bishop. I could have done that actually. I could have played b5. I'm not sure how good this was. No, okay. I kind of like my chances here. It's nothing really going on, but it's okay. At least it doesn't look like I'm going to blunder stuff. Okay, I mean, he can play whatever. Can take b6 if he is really not having any other idea. So you're giving me the pawn? Why? Okay, I'm going to take it. Wow, I don't get that. Why would he just give me this pawn? Okay, I mean, if I take here, okay, I understand. My a pawn is going to be weak, so it's not helping me that much. I can start with this and go from there. h5, yes. So if I take it, he's going to do what exactly? Rook g5, yes. Okay. If I play a5 here, a5, ba5, the check, rook takes, a3, a6, c4, and black wins, right? Let's go a5. Let's go a5. bf5, rook b3. Yeah, maybe I should have gone for some simple endgames earlier. Decreasing the chances of bad screw-ups. A little bit at least. So I got that one. Okay. So let's see. If I go here, what are you doing? Cannot play f3 in this position. And bishop c4, rook a4 is really not on. So he allows me to take that. Okay. Maybe I have something better even. Yeah, if I go here actually, I'm threatening bishop e4. Yeah, I'm threatening bishop e4 and king c3. I take bishop do this here, and this is my first win. Thanks to the Blitz King, my first win of this bloody session. Now I can quit this session. Okay, guys, this was terrible. It really was. What can I say? I really want to look at, if you look at my history here, I really have to look at this. I played a couple of 1-minute games a couple of days ago, which was kind of for fun. And look at this kind of thing here, yeah? This was the whole session here. Starting with Goldmund, where I blundered a good position. Then I had 2 draws. Then tons of losses, 1 draw, a loss, and 1 single win, yeah? I went down from 2-4, 15 to 2-3. I don't know. What can I do? Next time I really should do something about this. I don't know what. Maybe have a couple of beers or something. Okay. Thanks for hanging on here and staying with me until my first win of this live stream. I'm going to quit now. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll be back next week. Bye.